Hello and welcome to the Nuclear Reactor, and today we'll be reacting to What If Cell was good. Well, I mean, I guess he's Perfect Cell now, but What If Cell Turned Good Part 7. I hope y'all are enjoying my reactions, because I'm trying, and I hope y'all are really enjoying these. And let's get started with this.
He came back in pieces, and certainly has no business of coming in peace.
What?
Hey guys, MasakoX here.
Ew.
Now, this What If in particular is all about a very good boy. The goodest of good boys. Maybe on par
Toby?
with good boy Broly, but dang it.
Toby's a good boy. Is Toby in this? Hashtag Naruto. I'm sorry I had to do that. Toby's a good boy.
Dang it. He's a pretty good boy all the same. Now, the last episode was released on a Saturday, and so shall this one, because quite frankly,
Only those who watch
this
Naruto would
whole
know that.
scenario feels like a Saturday morning cartoon show, what with all its goodness. Especially when you take into consideration about how Goku is all about turning half of the cast of characters into good boys themselves from those with far more nefarious tendencies in the past. After all, the Saiyan is only doing it for their own good, you know. The greater good. Okay, I'll stop now. Cell, the being that was meant to be Dr. Giro's greatest creation ever, was rescued from a life of either munching on meat in the wilderness or somehow wasting away in a green jar, preached to Dr. Wheelo, and placed in the care of Bulma. And he was also saved from a life as being seen as a bad guy. That's right, we are tackling today the question, what if Cell turned good? But let me...
What was that part about preach to Dr. Wheelo? I've heard the name Dr. Wheelo before, but can y'all refresh me, please? Thank you.
preface that idea. This is not the Cell we know of. This is a new Cell. One that has been called Android 21 by Bulma since the Doctor was technically number 20. The 21 that you are probably thinking of and dreaming of is not known to
That was
the
good.
group at this time. So if that ever happens in the main lore, it's gonna make things awkward. I'm 21. No, I'm 21. Piccolo had to act as the being's de facto dad, with Bulma its mother, despite having to raise her own child with Vegeta at the same time. Well, I say Vegeta raising the child. That's a good one. Vegeta being a stepdad to poor 21 who was currently in a larval state. That must have been really weird and saddening. Oh well, at least Trunks had someone to play with once the larval 21 had matured to its imperfect form. In the last part though, we had managed to establish that life for 21 had never been so good. Now free from judgment by the populace, he and his new friend Mr. Boo roamed the earth and gained their independence. As well as for the former, a couple of phone numbers from interested parties, keen to get to know the Bugman's jawline. Just saying. That being said, Beerus got to know that jawline too briefly after besting the Bugman as he tried to defend his friends and then witnessing the Super Saiyan God ritual. However, despite being relegated to the sidelines as many of Goku's friends are, 21 had done enough due to his bravery and unique biology to warrant a place in Whis' school.
Let me actually go back a little bit. Sorry about that. I'll stop.
Well, I say Vegeta raising the child. That's a good one. Vegeta being a stepdad to poor 21 who was currently in a larval state. That must have been really weird and saddening. Oh well, at least Trunks had someone to play with once the larval 21 had matured to its imperfect form. In the last part though, we had managed to establish that life for 21 had never been so good. Now free from judgment by the populace, he and his new friend Mr. Boo roamed the earth and gained their independence. As well as for the former, a couple of phone numbers from interested parties, keen to get to know the Bugman's jawline. Just saying. That being said, Beerus got to know that jawline too briefly after besting the Bugman as he tried to defend his friends and then witnessing the Super Saiyan God ritual. However, despite being relegated to the sidelines as many of Goku's friends are, 21 had done enough due to his bravery and unique biology to warrant a place in Whis' school of hard knocks. Months pass.
Really?
And we now rejoin our story just before the Resurrection F arc. So while our heroes on Earth are celebrating the birth of Pan, training has been continuing, albeit with some changes to what we would expect. Whis had been pretty observant about 21's emotional state, and that he pined for home quite frequently. Now, this wouldn't normally bother the likes of Whis, whose need to understand emotions and mortal sentiments. Those needs are non-existent, normally. But that being said, he has noticed that 21's efficacy in sparring dips considerably when he's down in the dumps. So when Goku and Vegeta are sleeping or otherwise eating, he takes 21 back to Earth to catch up with everyone and, yes, play with Goten and Trunks. Now, okay, I want you all to imagine what looks like Perfect Cell playing tag or catch with the boys. How pure and surreal is that? And at the same time, 21 has caught up with Gohan, and he's very fascinated by the little child, and extremely happy to have been able to make the little one laugh during their first meeting. He's also curious about how human babies are created. Where's the...
Oh, I just thought of something. Since I'm ahead of schedule this week on videos, I might do the next part of the what if Goku was female. I'll do that one next. I'll do that for y'all. Because I'm early on videos this week, caught up. So, I have time. I'll do that. We'll see how it goes. I'll put it up if y'all want me to keep doing them with that. I can make time for that maybe. Because I'm about to finish up with the what if Gine came to Earth. I have either one or two more of those to do. So that'll be good, I guess.
Where's the jar that they made in? I don't see anything like that. Gohan tries to explain. 21? Videl carried Pen in her body for 9 months. You saw her, right? Oh, I thought she was hiding Cinnabons under her shirt. Dad told you that, didn't he? Yeah. Now, as this innocent cinnamon bun is being schooled in the art of human bodies, Sorbet is planning and ensuring the return of his boss, Lord Frieza. In regards to this part, there isn't that much of a difference in this version. Frieza is brought back to life by the Dragon Balls as the contents of a meat pie.
Sorbet brings the Frieza back to life.
And he still gets put back together.
So wait, can someone explain that to me? He keeps saying Freezer, but I've always said Frieza. Is it Freezer or Frieza? Can someone clarify that for me, please? Because it's getting confusing and irritating, quite frankly.
Together, and is then regenerated and made aware of the present situation of the Frieza Force. And he is not pleased. Much like in the original, he has to resort to what those Saiyan monkeys did to get stronger. And that is to... Train. He never thought that he had to resort to such paltry and tedious things, but... Oh well, a Galactic Lord's got to do what a Galactic Lord has got to do. Meanwhile, with 21 all the happier to have his frequent return trips home, he has continued to train alongside Goku and Vegeta. But despite this, 21 has seen less progress than the two Saiyans have. This is down to those visits, but the two Saiyans don't know about these trips. Jeez, 21, I thought you were meant to be based on our DNA or something, but you don't seem to be catching up as fast as we are. You know, saying stuff. What gives? I told you that bug dweeb was not fit for purpose. Lighten up, Vegeta. He's still pretty strong. Yeah, Vegeta. Remember, I still got Dabura's energy inside of me. You wouldn't want me to suddenly tap into it without warning, would you? Ah, yeah. Vegeta forgets that 21 isn't a pushover like Gohan. He decides to hold station, but is still not really impressed by 21's lack of improvement compared to them.
Oh, yeah, he starts the red in.
There's one particular problem that the cat has managed to point out. Whis had done as well, but chose not to vocalize it too much, just to make sure they don't run into any kind of friction. And that problematic thing seems to be convincing 21's own body to be able to process God Ki in a manner that is efficient and viable. In recent days, Goku and Vegeta had been able to reach the Super Saiyan God form more easily, and then even break into the Super Saiyan Blue power. They had been able to retain the ability to transform whilst demonstrating this brand new form of energy. 21, he has problems with reaching new forms though. But this isn't his fault though, because think about it. Dr. Gero had created Perfect Cell to be the perfect being. Why would the perfect being need anything greater because he's already perfect? Nothing else would be required. Well, Jiro didn't count for the fact that Beerus would show up, nor would Cell be offered higher challenges. Now, he didn't think of that, the silly old man. So what can 21 do? Well, make the most of what Saiyan DNA he has. What he is trying to do is to at least reach a state close to the godlike Saiyan. Now, if you're not too sure what that is a form that Goku used in the initial fights during the Resurrection F movie, and it means using God Ki in some shape or form whilst in base form. This could be seen as the stepping stone towards Super Saiyan Blue and the Redhead variant. Like some kind of thing, you know, when they power up in base form, it's just now Goku's
I like Super
powering
Saiyan
up
Red
with God
better
Ki.
than Blue.
Since 21 isn't a Super Saiyan,
Purely because of its healing factor, and that being so accelerated.
as he doesn't have as much Saiyan DNA to play with,
Just think about it. It might be a little less power, but if you can keep rapidly healing yourself while fighting, then you can fight for longer.
as the others, he does have enough to try and access godlike Saiyan. And it's this that then becomes his goal for the 4 months of training left before we get Frieza rocking up on Earth. You thought we were going to get Golden Cell, or Bronze Cell, or Silver Cell. After said 4 months, the Frieza Force feels the time is right to start the attack, and the famous 1,000 soldier battle starts. So far, without the presence of Goku, Vegeta, or 21. The remaining Z fighters deal.
Question is, what's that jackass patrolman's name again? Well, is he there? Would he be there in this? I would assume so. I can't imagine why that would change, but I'm just curious.
Deal with the remaining soldiers. They are able to do a good enough job that allows the 3 absent fighters, time to arrive from the other side of the universe, and for Vegeta notably offing Ginyu Taguma. He still gets that one, despite the fact in Super it looks really boring. We won't be going into too much detail here though for anything else, because not much else changes. But what's worth mentioning is that in this timeline, Gohan is able to hold his own against Frieza for a moment, and doesn't get one-hit KO'd. All of this comes...
Thank goodness. Damn it, that fucking pissed me off. Because Gohan was always one of my favorite fighters. And then, yes, I'm a Gohan freak, I know. But he was one of my favorites, and then for him to just get KO'd like that, disgraceful.
Down to the fact that, as we mentioned in the last part, thanks to 21's present of a dojo for Gohan to train in during his downtime, it means that Gohan can do more stuff. And as Frieza and Gohan duke it out, Gohan is thinking, man, I gotta thank 21 when I see him next. That act of kindness has saved me a world of pain. The cavalry comes, as per usual, in the form of the Saiyans and everyone's favorite Bugman. Frieza is not particularly surprised to see Goku and Vegeta here, acting as the Earthlings' protectors and heroes and matrons, but that third creature, that one's new. He's not so sure about it. It seems to be standing in a way that it wants to fight or something. What is this? What is this? But Masako! In the anime, Frieza knew who Cell was. They met in Hiffle! Well, yeah, but this is a filler arc, which seems to have now sadly been retconned as of now. Because we now know that Freezy Pop spent all of his time in Hiffle being tormented by fairies, teddies, and other little lovely creatures, with his daddy and his filler buddy Cell nowhere to be seen. It's not nice to refer to your family like that, Frieza. 21 smirks. Frieza is confused. What? I'm not your family, you! Explain! You don't deserve to know the whole story, but... He taps his head reminiscent to how perfect a Cell did in the Cell games. A part of you is with me all the way, as I teach you some manners. Frieza is left puzzled and trying to process the strange sassiness this thing is trying to say. It's clear, though, that good boy Cell here is in a mood to battle, and asks Goku...
Still, even though I've asked multiple times, because he's able to do so many voices, how many freaking voices does he do in DBZ Abridged? And also, if you can answer another question, does Kagi from Kagi Films do some of the voices in Abridged? Because he does a damn good Roshi. I'm pretty sure. I need to look at the freaking list of who does what on their website or something.
Goku and Vegeta if he could start the whole thing. Goku is sort of curious to see if 21 can handle Frieza. And hey, it would look pretty funny to see 2 of their former enemies fighting amongst themselves. But no, 21 looks a little hurt. I'm not like that guy, Goku, come on!
Sorry.
This results with Vegeta getting very grumpy and Frieza being visibly confused by the three squabbling amongst themselves as to who gets to go first, like he was some kind of space roller coaster or something. Ultimately, Vegeta decides to allow 21 the first dance with the Space Emperor. Frieza shows 21 his power by obliterating most of his soldiers and the Bugman, or at least he tries to. Remember, 21 can regenerate. Frieza is surprised, but then guesses, "Oh, you borrowed some Namekian techniques too, lizard man." 21 ignores this and shows him his godlike aura. That's right, our boy has learned how to at least keep God Ki around his body. That doesn't make him as strong as Vegeta or Goku in blue though, but it's respectable enough given the struggles that he had. It does give Frieza a bit of a beating, and during this fight, 21 explains his nature to Frieza. Like with most who meet 21, Frieza becomes fascinated. He tries to convince 21 to join him, but 21 laughs him off. "Oh, you found the wrong guy. When I'm done with you, you may even meet the other me. He might want to join you and your army of one." This overconfidence, though, is a mistake. I think you may
He got Gohan's overconfidence.
know why. Frieza decides to forego the pleasantries for now, and then goes Goruden Frieza, and knocks 21 out without much effort. Though, he doesn't blast him. You could almost think that Frieza somehow found a certain fondness for this new plaything, so he wanted to kind of keep him around a little bit. Are we foreshadowing something? Oh, you got me. Of course we are. You've seen enough what-ifs on this channel. Come on. You know we're going to try and be a little bold here with this narrative. 21 is left to recover on the sidelines, slowly, very slowly regenerating his injured body. Next up to fight Frieza is Goku, and his battle with the Emperor is exactly the same as it is in the original, with Vegeta then having to fight in his place once Sorbet decides to spoil the fun for everyone. This time, however, Whis doesn't have to be a Deus Ex Machina, as the combined forces of the now healed Goku, Vegeta, and the recovered 21 manage to stop Frieza from blowing up the planet. 21 regrets being so careless as he is berated by Vegeta. He promises to train even harder, as Frieza has inspired him with some new ideas that he is keen to try out. Vegeta asks him to not take too many ideas from Frieza. And, as always, this arc ends with a feast. After that, the three trainees of Whis return to Beerus' planet to...
Okay. Oh, wait, it's a 1322. Oh, okay, because I thought that I was ending right there.
Even more. They are visited by Vados and Champa, with the latter challenging his twin brother to a 5-on-5 tournament. You know where this is going. Beerus smiles. "Well, I already have 3 out of our 5 fighters right here. You can tell I'm really efficient, brother." 21 then asks Beerus if they can take his buddy Majin Buu along for the tournament. He's pretty strong too, a decent addition if he dared say so himself. Beerus agrees, but warns 21 that his sleeping habits are 21's responsibility, not Beerus's. As for the last warrior, they decide to go for Gohan. And although Gohan is powerful, he still isn't training nearly enough. 21 and Piccolo decide to give him a training routine that will bring him back to peak fitness. So imagine Gohan's surprise when he gets woken up by 21 in personal trainer's clothes at 6 AM. Turns out that 21 has read a lot of fitness books and becomes Gohan's hype man. Piccolo, though, taking the more spiritual approach, and they both start a long and exhausting, at least for Gohan.
But what about Gohan's job? He can't just quit. Trust me, I've learned that. Because you need money, even if you want to train and stuff and do things like that.
Journey to prepare him for the tournament. Will...
Oh, wait. Mr. Sane's money. Videl's rich. Never mind.
Gohan rise to the occasion? Well, wait and see, as this is where we're going to be leaving things for right now. So what do you guys think? Will 21 be the best fitness trainer the world has ever seen? Can Boo even step up himself? Leave a comment below and let's get this discussion going. And I shall see you in the next video.
What do y'all think?
Catch you later.
Will he be the MVP? Might seem like that. Y'all think he'll be the MVP? Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this reaction. And until the next one, see y'all later. Peace. I hope y'all enjoyed my reaction. If you like my content, then like and subscribe, please. And follow me on Twitter for video updates. The link will be in the description below. And as always, stay nuclear.